What's up, guys? If you're watching this video right now, I want to give a huge thank you to Thunder and anyone else that's involved with TSG. I think what he's doing for the community is truly amazing. Anyways, guys, let's get right into it. So if you go watch a Modern Warfare video on YouTube right now, you're probably going to hear your favorite YouTuber say a few things like, I'd like to see this in Modern Warfare, and I think it's going to be missing this, or they might be hating on the game already. You don't know. But here's one thing I don't hear anyone talking about. It needs to be said. Guys, the first thing I gotta say is this game needs to be fun, for crying out loud. Jeesh. We have had so many Call of Duties where it feels so repetitive, and think about Advanced Warfare through Infinite Warfare. I don't think any of those games were any fun at all, and I think that's the main reason the player base died so fast and instantly moved to other games. But we don't ever hear anyone say that we want Modern Warfare to be fun. So what I did is I went back and I labeled my favorite Call of Duties, and I have them at my favorite being MW2, then MW3, and then Black Ops 2. And if you think about it, the reason I liked those games so much was because of how much fun they were to play and how rewarding it felt. And that's what I'm saying. We need Modern Warfare to have, and I think this is an aspect that gets overlooked almost every single time. So I went back to these games and I made a list of some of my favorite things that I think made the games more fun. So let's get right into this. First things first, we need good kill streaks. We need fun kill streaks. How come the chopper gunner from MW2 hasn't been brought back? I mean, the chopper gunner from Black Ops 1 was also really good, but in my opinion, I liked the one from Modern Warfare 2 the best. We have gotten the AC-130, which is alright. Other streaks like the Harrier, or especially the Pavlo. We haven't seen a Pavlo in Call of Duty in so many years. I'm ready for the Pavlo to be back. We want streaks that get kills, but we also want streaks that are rewarding to use. And I think that's why MW2 is such a highly thought out game, because of the fact that your streaks stack and you can go for that big boy nuke. And it's attainable. Not everyone can go out and get a Moab. It is a pretty tough thing to do, but it's a big achievement as well. So obviously, you know, we know there's going to be some sort of end game, whether it's a Moab or nuke. We know there's going to be something in the game as far as that goes, but we just want it to feel rewarding. Make sure the team can't leave the game when you call it in or something. Jeesh. So the next thing would be the guns, and I think this is pretty obvious. We want fun guns. Some guns that I think were the best to use were like the UMP from MW2, the MSMC, PDW, AN94, guns like that, the P90, MP7. I mean, guns like that were so much fun to use in Call of Duty. And whether they were overpowered or not, who really cares about that right now? We just want guns that are fun. We don't want guns that take 8-9 kills like the SOG, or before the buff anyways, or whatever, in Black Ops 4. We want fun guns. Another thing is the maps. Now, we do need a good layout. We need a good flow of traffic through each map, and it needs to be somewhat visually appealing. I mean, if you go back and play Black Ops 2 and you look at the differences between the two slums, it is night and day difference, and you don't even realize how bad we were playing it until you go back and look at it, especially on your own 360. You'll see some videos online. Those make them look a little bit better, but go turn on your 360 and look at that damn thing, because it is hideous. But besides maps having flow and looking somewhat decent, we need a map that is fun, for crying out loud. Think about Black Ops 4 right now. What would you think is probably the most fun map in Black Ops 4? You're probably going to get a lot of things like Firing Range, Summit, maybe Nuketown if you're freaking crazy. Guys, I don't know if there is a super fun map like, you remember when Terminal first came out in MW2, or even when it came out in MW3, people were so pumped to play on Terminal, or Scrapyard, or what's some from, like, I know Mission was a big one in MW3, and there's a few others out there for sure. I do think Black Ops 2 had a very decent set of maps. I don't think it was as good as the MW, or Modern Warfare series, I should say, but I do think, like, Meltdown and Plaza was alright, and Raid was a good one. We need fun maps. They need to be, I mean, I don't even care if they're balanced. Make one side better than the other, for crying out loud. Just make it fun. Do something different. We're so sick of having, lately they've been trying these different 5-lane, traditional 3-lane maps. Just try something different, for crying out loud. I don't even care. Just play test it, make sure it's fun. Make sure it's something that when we get in the lobby, we're voting for. Not even all of them have to be that good, but we want something to vote for when we get in the lobby. If you get in Black Ops 4 right now, you can almost dictate any match that you want, because maybe 1 or 2 people out of the 10 to 12 people in the game are going to vote for a map, because people just don't care at this point in time. One of the biggest things that Call of Duty is lacking right now is the rewarding feeling. That's why so many people quit prestiging. And, I mean, it's the same thing for the last 10 years. You gotta find something different. I don't really have the exact answer for this. I'm also not the one making 100K thinking about this for this video game. But, I mean, do something. Like, throw it, instead of throwing guns in reserves, maybe throw a few in reserves and throw some, like, you get a new gun every time you prestige or something. Jeez. We need something to work for. Dark Matter is just a camo, and we get better camos out of the reserves anyways. Why would we grind for that? Why would you go to, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, why would you ever go to 10th Prestige in Call of Duty? I mean, you get the Prestige token, which is, yeah, nice, I guess. But at the end of the day, if you stay level 55, the only thing you really don't have at Prestige Master is those extra classes. That's the only thing really that I can think of. I mean, you get a few different, the emblem and, you know, calling cards and stuff like that. But there needs to be something rewarding, for crying out loud. I mean, I can think of back in COD 4, I would sit in my house and play COD 4 for hours and hours. And I mean, part of that was due to back in the day, the player base was a little bit better, so like more of your friends that you hung out with at school or whatever would all have Xbox, and when you go home, you'd all hop on Call of Duty and play for a little bit. Nowadays, that doesn't happen quite as much. I don't know if it's because we all grew up, or if it's just because these new systems aren't as friendly, or what I don't really know what the deal is, but I do know that we need something rewarding in Call of Duty again. Dark Matter and earning reserve cases is not cutting it for anyone, especially when you earn a reserve. You pretty much know you're not getting a gun. That's why it's so frustrating. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, huge thank you to Thunder and everyone at TSG for hooking me up with this upload. You guys can come check out my channel. I upload different commentaries and some live gameplays. I'm not really much of a gameplay person, just kind of someone that shares my thoughts and feelings on YouTube anyways. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.